guys, big breaking news coming out. World War III update. 450 drones. One young one has passed. Zelensky pleads for more air defenses. Last night, Russia dropped the hammer. They literally took out multiple grids. There were power outages, internet were down, and we have a very important update. Almost 500 drones. All right, so we're going to see what's going on here. It says at many critical infrastructure sites, recovery efforts continue. Following Russia's strike on the strategy sector, it was a cynical and calculated strike, with more than 450 drones and over 30 missiles targeting everything that sustains normal life. Everything that the bear want to deprive us of. As of now, more than 20 across the country have been reported injured. All are receiving the necessary assistance. Sadly, a young one has been taken in Zaporizhia. As a result of the strike, my sincere condolences to the family and loved ones. In Kiev, repair crews are working to restore power and water supply. Power outages have been reported in Kiev, Donetsk, Chernihiv, Cherkasy, Kharkiv, Sumy, Poltava, Odessa, and Dnipro regions. Zaporizhia, Kirovohrad, and Kherson regions are also recovering after the strike. That's basically, those are like the top city. All right, you got Kiev, the capital, and I think if I'm not mistaken, Kherson or Kharkiv is like the second largest city in Ukraine. So all relevant services are working on recovery, and first responders are operating wherever needed. I receive regular reports from ministers for development of communities and territories. Now it says here, maximum efficiency is required from Gov representative at all levels. It is precisely the civilian and energy infrastructure that is the main target of the bear strikes ahead of the heating season. Together, we can protect people from this event. What's needed, it's not window dressing, but decisive action from the US, Europe, and the G7 in delivering air defense system and enforcing sanctions. We count on a response to this brutality from the G20 and from all those who speak of peace in their statement, yet refrain from taking real steps. The world can defend itself against these lawlessness, and doing so would undoubtedly strengthen global security. Thank you to everyone who is helping. They got hit hard last night. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. We have some updates here. A new statistic. The bear losses as of October 10th, 2025, they have lost 1,120,510 plus 1,120 troops. Leave comments down below. What do you think about that number? Do you believe that that's the real number? That for the past almost 4 years, Russia lost over 1 million? Leave comments down below. The rest, well, you guys, again, get the picture. You got the aircraft, tanks, and helicopters, and missiles, drones, and so many other stuff. But 68,000 drones. All right, so again, leave comments down below. We're going to focus on the updates of what happened last night. All right, so give me a second here. So let's go with this one. Missiles, one after another. blackouts as the bear country strike Ukraine's energy infrastructure once again. We did talk about this last night. Check out the video that I posted last night. The link will be in the comments box. The bear launched a large-scale drone and missiles strike on Ukraine overnight on October the 10th, taking a young one and injuring at least 24 in a country while leaving a part of Kiev without electricity and water. At least 12 were injured in the capital, while a young one was taken, and 7 were injured in the southern city of Zaporizhia. 5 civilians were wounded in Dnipropetrovsk Oblast. Now, multiple regions introduced energy power shutdown amid strike on the energy grid. Now, the strike come amid of the bear intensifying area campaign targeting Ukraine's energy infrastructure ahead of the winter months. Now, loud explosions and ballistic were reported by Kiev independent journalists on the ground at approximately 2:30 a.m. local time as the bear carried out strikes on the Ukrainian capital. Additional explosions were reported at about 3:30 a.m. From the explosion that just occurred, a ballistic equipment struck is ongoing. Missiles one after another. Air defense is active. Kiev City Military Administration head Timu said at 2:41 a.m., confirming reports of ballistic missiles. Again, explosion and the sound of air defense system operating were earlier reported by a journalist on the ground at 1 a.m. local time. Earlier in the night at around 11:44 p.m. local time, Kiev mayor reported on Telegram that the Ukrainian air defense forces were actively countering the incoming drones. Give me a second here, guys. There's some more pictures here, but I can't show the picture because it's, stretchers and stuff like that. You got firefighters and so many things that it shows here. I cannot show it on the platform. The bear launched 465 drones and decoy drones, as well as 32 cruise and ballistic equipment against Ukraine overnight, the Air Force reported. Now, Ukrainian air defenses reportedly intercepted 405 of the Russian drones and 15 missiles. Now, once again, the bear deployed the Iskander-M or the KN-23 ballistic missiles, the Iskander-K cruise missile, the KH-59/69 aerial missiles, and the hypersonic Kinzel missile in the strike. Now, Moscow was targeting everything that sustained normal life, everything that the bear wants to deprive us of, Zelensky said. Now, 8 out of the 12 people injured in the capital have been hospitalized. Now, in Kiev, it says here, due to strikes on critical infrastructure, there are power outages, he added, as the bear country targeted the Ukrainian capital critical infrastructure. A Kiev independent journalist in the city was left without water and power amid the strike on the capital. The part of the city east of the Dnipro River was left without electricity, and there are issues with Kiev water supply. Now, local authorities also reported disruption to public transportation, including the metro, due to the outages. In the other regions, emergency services extinguished a fire in a burning residential area caused by falling drone debris, this person said, adding that several floors had caught fire before the blaze was brought under control. Wow. I never seen Kiev Independent with a long update. This is a long article. That goes to tell you that things really went down. So it says here, residents of the building, who spoke on condition of anonymity, said that the explosion occurred around 2 a.m. local time, prompting an immediate response from the firefighter and emergency crews. Shortly after first responders arrived, witnesses reported seeing another drone fly over the building and continue deeper into the city. Before the strike, there was complete silence, not a sound. Then suddenly, boom, said one local resident. Sorry if I woke some people up with that. It says here, so it must have been a gliding drone or something similar. Now, as of morning of October 10th, residents of the building struck by a drone fragment remained without gas and water, although electricity has been restored. Now, this person who lives on the damaged building, 15th floor, said he had not heard any sound of GUN fire before the strike, but his neighbors spotted a drone that appeared to be on fire after being hit by air defenses. Our family is fine. Everyone is fine. Damage to our apartment is minor. A window frame was blown out. Wow. The worst thing was seeing people leaving the building. You know what? Women in tears, young one crying. It is the most terrible feeling. And this happened around 2 a.m. when people are sleeping. So I can understand that is wrong in Russia's part. They shouldn't do that. In the, I'm going to skip that name, district, another residential building was impacted and nearby cars caught fire. Now, meanwhile, in other territory, debris from a downed of the Bear missile landed near a medical clinic, according to a preliminary report. The D-Tech Energy Company said its specialists are working to restore the power supply, prioritizing critical infrastructure facilities. Equipment at one of the company's thermal power plants was damaged, and an employee was injured. So you guys get the picture. There were multiple regions that were hit. Multiple regions. So we're going to go with this next one. The Bear strikes has taken 6 and injured 45 in Ukraine over the past day. Hit energy power grid. All right, we're going to go with this one. These two articles will be shared over my Twitter page. The Bear strike across Ukraine has taken at least 6, including a young one, and injured at least 45. Over the past day, regional authority reported on October 10th. The strike come amid of the Bear intensifying area campaign targeting Ukraine's energy infrastructure ahead of the winter months. Now, the Bear launched 465 drones and decoy against Ukraine in a mass strike overnight, the Air Force reported. Now, Moscow forces also deployed 32 missiles, including 2 Kinzhal hypersonic, 14 Iskander or KN-23 ballistic, 12 Iskander, and 4 KH-59/69 aerial missiles. Those are some very powerful missiles. Very powerful ones. Ukrainian air defenses reportedly intercepted 405 of the Bear drones and 15 missiles, while 4 missiles failed to reach their target. 13 missiles and drones struck at 19 locations. Now, 12 were injured during a mass strike on Kiev, 8 of whom were hospitalized. Kiev mayor said the strike damaged some facilities and caused energy and water shortages in parts of the city. Emergency power restrictions have been introduced elsewhere in Kiev Oblast, as well as in the Poltava, Sumy Donetsk, Chernihiv, Cherkasy, Odessa, Dnipro, Petrovsk, and Kharkiv Oblast. Once again, a young one was also passed, and 7 other injured, including a first responder, All right. So the rest of this, I'm just gonna skip. This is basically the same thing that we just spoke about. But again, you guys get the picture. Last night, the bear dropped the hammer on Crane, and they do this again around this time. They take out the grid and stuff, but this time, this is a whole different ball game. Again, they usually take out the grid, but this time they hit the grid, but they also hit certain buildings. And again, I do believe that those were drones that were taken out. And again, those drones were taken out by Ukrainian missile defense, and those drones, debris just fall in buildings and stuff like that. So it's very sad what's going on right now, guys. And yeah, I would keep an update on this. Almost 4 years, and this war is still going on. And it's gonna be a really, really hot winter. They're gonna be turning lights off, and those people, they do need light. They do need the light because it gets cold. Oh, it gets really cold. So again, I would keep you updated on this one here. Continue to pray for the people in Ukraine. Continue to pray for everyone. Pray for me, and I pray for you. All right. So again, share the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.